Hey y'all, in this video I want to first and foremost give you an update on these 3 ferns that came off of clearance, and to second let you see what the difference in conditions makes on a plant. Now these 3 ferns are identically the same. It's just that these 2 over here I've taken out of the decorative pot that they came in, like this. Okay, now this particular fern I had in the house in a window, so it wasn't getting the rain water, and it wasn't outside like these 2 over here. So when it came time to water this particular plant here, I kind of hand watered it with the spray bottle here and there, but it did not get as much water as these 2 over here. Now what you hear is that, oh, okay, well, ferns are water loving plants. Okay, they like a lot of water. And so with these 2 over here being outside getting the rainwater, I figured, okay, no problem whatsoever. Okay, and this one here, I would have expected, because I was hand watering this one here and there, that it would maybe not do as good as these 2 over here. However, it is just the opposite. And I'll show you with this one. You can see from the middle the new growth that is coming. And when I do like this, the leaves are nice and firm. They're not like wibbly wobbly and things of that nature. There are very few brown spots. There's a little brown tip there, not worried about that. And there's one right there, not worried about that. This tip here I cut off when I first got the plant, and that was to try to send a message down to the root system to establish yourself, do something with yourself. And the same with this one here. So not really worried about that. And overall, this plant here in its decorative pot, it looks pretty good. Now with these 2 over here, this one, you see all of this damaged root rot, and I did it before I started recording, but I have cut off more of the leaves from the base on this, and you can kind of tell in this area here and that area, this area right there, where I cut it off. And I'm going to try to save the remaining bit. I'm going to cut off all of this and allow this fern to completely start over and try to save it. And what I believe happened with these 2 here, and I'll show you what this one looks like. It doesn't look as bad as the other one, but I feel as though I caught this one in just enough time to where I don't end up having to cut a lot of this off at the base. I don't have to cut these off at the base. Now there is some browning, so I may trim back this one, but I don't have to cut it off all the way. But you can see the roots here are just about the same on this one. So I'm going to end up cutting this one back significantly, trimming it up just a little bit on top, and trying to start over with these. And let me show you what we're working with here as far as the soil is concerned. It's the same that I use all the time, and you can see that it is not even saturated with water, not from the top, nor, let's see if I can turn this over and let you see the bottom, nor from the bottom. You can see that it's pretty fluid. And the same with this one here. When I move it around, you can see that it's not waterlogged at all. But what I can say probably happened with these two here is that they got watered with the rain, and then when I realized that we were going to have several days of rain, and I did not want these two to be overwatered because they were outside, I brought them inside. And where I messed up is I did not make sure that there was an adequate airflow. That's what I did not do. I did not make sure that there was an adequate airflow. And the little bit of extra water that they did get, it did not like dry quick enough. And so it got the little fungus on top. And that's why I ended up having to cut some of these off. I don't know if you can tell where, like right there, I had to end up cutting off the entire leaf. Like even this one was just about to start, but it's enough there that I believe that this can be saved. There's enough healthy that this one here can be saved. But I mean, I may end up having to trim it off as well. But that is what I believe happened to these two here, is that they were not waterlogged, but because there was enough moisture but not enough adequate airflow to keep the top layer of soil from developing that, the white stuff that comes on top. It was just a little bit, and once you get a little bit and it gets in the wrong area, you just lose a lot of your plant. And I have another succulent arrangement that I'm going to be doing an update on. I had the same problem with that one. It wasn't from my overwatering it, but it ended up having just a little bit more moisture than it needed to without the adequate airflow. When I took it inside to keep it from getting more water, I failed to make sure that there was an adequate airflow, and so that's what ended up happening to these. Now, because this one was already inside, I wasn't giving it much water. It hasn't been in that same condition as these two over here. So y'all, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. First and foremost, the update on the fern, and also to just let you know my experience and tell you about my failure and what I should have done and need to do better with on the next time when dealing with a situation like this, so that the plant won't be under stress or whatever and end up losing leaves, petals, or stalks or stems or whatever the case may be, because it could be any type of plant that this could happen to. So y'all, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a ton. And until next time, bye.